Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jess M. Lindo, a faculty and student of Isabela State University, Kawayan Campus. I'm taking up Doctor in Information Technology. My research is about smart fish feeding in aquaculture. I'll be using deep learning as the technology. This is a subfield of machine learning wherein it focuses on studying the feeding behavior of the fish. According to Lee et al. In 2020, many methods are effective at evaluating and quantifying fish feeding intensity, but the recognition accuracy still needs further improvement. It is proposed that technologies such as data fusion and deep learning has great potential for improving the recognition of fish feeding behavior. So my objective attempts to design and develop a smart fish feeder that can ensure healthy growing environment of fish by continually collecting data from different aquaponic sensors, monitoring sensor information, and controlling the device accordingly. When problem occurs in the device, such as pH level and water level temperature abnormality, it can alert the user using behavioral analysis and can rectify the problems automatically using the convolutional neural network or the CNN. In addition, during phase 2 or version 2 via web and mobile application, it can present the acquired data using graphical user interface. Smart fish feeding in aquaculture using deep learning technology will be used in eliminating those problems by analyzing the behavior of the fish, executing feeding decision making, and water quality prediction. Zhao et al. In 2017. Feeding frequency and feeding quantity of feeding machines are generally set according to farmers' experience, and of course with limited flexibility according to actual fish feeding behavior. The intensity and magnitude of changes in activities of fish can directly reflect fish appetite. That's according to Zhu et al. In 2019. Ang and Petrel in 1998 and Liu et al. In 2014 mentioned that the use of automatic feeding machine can lead to situations of overfeeding or underfeeding. Underfeeding leads to increased aggression between individual fish for food. That's according to Huntingford in 2012. While overfeeding leads to food waste and increase the cost of feeding and the feed conversion ratio and reduces breeding efficiency. Remen et al. In 2016 said that the composition of feed deposited underwater produces ammonia nitrate, nitrogen, and harmful nitrate compounds that affects the healthy growth of the fish. So in this slide, I will be going to show you the concept, how the whole project will work. At first, we will be going to install sensors like temperature sensor, pH level sensor, and light sensor. So those sensors are in charge in transmitting collected data to Arduino. Then the Arduino will be in charge in transmitting collected data to our system. I call it deep learning technology. And if the DLT will detect abnormal value coming from the sensors, it will automatically activate the installed components like water pump, heater, and light. So, but those sensors or those are just sub-feature. The main feature of my research is to install fish feeder. So the fish feeder will be going to, like I am explaining, will study the behavior of the fish, how they eat feeds or pellets by getting or by acquiring data from the camera. So the deep learning technology will be connected to a camera wherein it will detect, or it will capture images coming from the pond. Then the captured image will then transmit back to the DLT. So how my proposal is different from other existing technology? Well, this will not just be a simple feeder, because it will analyze the, number one, the behavior of the fish, how the fish will eat the feeds. Just like humans, they also have moods when it comes to eating. According to Zhu et al., he said that the intensity and magnitude of changes in the activities of fish can directly reflect the fish appetite. So the smart fish feeder will activate every 12 hours, usually 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. The user can also change it according to preference. So once activated, it will execute the following actions. So this is the algorithm of the DLT. So at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m., it will automatically release pellets. It will automatically open feeder A. Feeder A composed of 1,000 pellets. Then after that, the DLT will wait for 60 seconds. Then after that, the camera will be used in capturing the image after 60 seconds. Then the captured image will then be analyzed using the image processing. So the DLT will be going to count the number of pellets. If the number of pellets is greater than 500, it will give another 60 seconds before capturing the image. Then after that, after 60 seconds, it will again capture the image. So in case there are still more than 500 pellets, it will automatically stop the feeding process, because fish are not aggressive in eating their food. So on the other hand, if the captured image is less than 500 pellets, it will automatically open one feeder A, which is 1,000 pellets. Then it will again wait for another 60 seconds, and the whole process will go on. So until such time, the pellets, or the 500 pellets, will not be going to be consumed by fish. It will automatically stop the feeding process. So this is the current settings made by yours truly. The pond already have approximately 100 heads of catfish. I made this just to observe their behavior, the way they react on lights, rains, and other environmental changes. As my latest experience, or should I say own discovery, the typhoon Auring in Mindanao greatly affects the feeding behavior of my 3.5-month-old catfish. So after the implementation of phase 1 or version 1, the next phase will be the creation of GUI, wherein the user can see the current status of the system in real time by just looking at their devices like phones, tablets, or laptops. They can manually adjust the program tasks to be executed by the system, or even changing the default settings like the feeding time, the water temperature, or the light intensity level. And I believe that's it. Thank you for your time.